It's week 1 of the National Football League, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Commanders and the Bucks, next on Madden Football.
The cannons of the pirate ship ready to fire in the north end zone. We can only be one place. Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa, the home of the Buccaneers. It's the start of a new season in the NFL. Welcome to our first Sunday of 2024 with football. Mike Tirico, my partner this year, Greg Olsen. Greg, so excited to be with you and so excited about week 1. You build it up, you talk about it for 6 months, but when it arrives, man, it feels so good.
And it's really the only week of the entire season, Mike, where all 32 teams are all dreaming the same thing. Playoffs, Super Bowl hopes. This was the best offseason any of them have ever had. And on top of that, it's the excitement and the hope in these stadiums. Every fan base in the NFL thinks that this is their year, and week 1's getting off to a hot start, and I know both you and I are looking forward to being along for the ride.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking, all right, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And, man, you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There's going to be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
He's going to run it. And Wilson's been doing this a long time. He knows the drill, slides to avoid the contact, and picks up the first down.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They drop him in the backfield.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4 plays made on defense by Jordan Brooks. It is 3rd and 10. In motion comes Andrews. On 3rd down, here's Wilson. He'll try to run for it.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. But sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They're led out by the number 3 overall pick back in the 2018 draft. Out of USC, it's Sam Darnold.
There's just something special about week 1, isn't it, Mike? I mean, after months of anticipation, speculation, it finally hits you. The season has arrived. This is the first time where we're going to get to see a lot of the debuts of players on new teams, new coaches, rookies taking the field for the very first time in a meaningful game. The preseason is one thing, but it's an entirely different level of excitement once opening weekend rolls around. I don't know about you, but I am excited to see what's in store for us, that these games finally now matter.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, Sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Darnold to throw on first down. He'll go right back to Jefferson. They connect again.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, keeping his eyes downfield, knowing that pressure is coming. He's able to buy just enough time by leaving the pocket, but ultimately allows him to get that ball out right as he was getting hit.
On the give to Eckler. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Third and short yardage, and here's Darnold. That is brought in at the 10. Out of bounds, but in business. They mark him down near the 2. A big play there for Washington. And even 30 yards.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
In motion, it's Jefferson. They'll run here with Eckler. Powering forward. He's in. Austin Eckler. Touchdown, Commanders. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Rodrigo Blankenship on now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Commanders have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone. So they're going to blow it dead. And they'll bring the ball out to start at the 40-yard line. A pair of first downs gives them 1st and 10 up at the 40. In motion comes Andrews. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And let's give it about 4 on that one. Maris Leofau there on the stop. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Russ. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Here's 1st and 10. Moore going in motion. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. They'll set up the screen to Cook. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 42-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
So that one going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to take over for their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Pistol snap back to Darnold. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
I think that play probably results in a completion if that protection just holds up a little bit longer. It was that initial pressure in the face of the quarterback that forced him to get rid of that ball a little bit earlier than he wanted. Disrupts that timing, ruins the play.
That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Would have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And try to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. It's the linebacker, Zaven Collins. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick six, but he does set up the offense with 1st and goal. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. And they couldn't hope to ask for much more than this. It is 1st and goal from the 5. Wilson now, off the bootleg. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Russell Wilson. Touchdown, Buccaneers. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal. And, Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Buccaneers will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. Velus Jones now on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Commanders' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. And the first carry for Antonio Gibson. And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the first down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
They face second down and 7. On play action, here's Darnold. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Another catch from there. Numbers starting to stack up in this one. Closing in on 100 yards, and we're still in the first half. On 3rd and a yard, here's Darnold. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Here's Gibson. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. We'll have more from Tampa after this. Second down and 8. They'll go play action with Darnold. He'll get rid of it and complete it. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Throwing, Darnold. Left side into the hands of Olave. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Here comes Otten in motion. A carry now for Gibson. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
To throw is Darnold. A very dangerous throw, but somehow it is complete. Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? Now Darnold. Right back to Olave. He's got it again. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Now Gibson. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
On 3rd and long, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive. Obviously, you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
This taken at the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Buccaneers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cook. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9.
at the 25-yard line.
They'll run the draw with Cook. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Now 3rd and 10.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He gets this complete to Shakir. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
44-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Wilson. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Well, we give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. The big man, Nnamdi Madubuike, there for the sack.
At the 42-yard line.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Cooper, the tight end, is in motion. Now Russ. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
rough sequence over these last couple plays. 1st down sack, 2nd down big play attempt, falls incomplete. And now to make matters worse, you got to operate in 3rd and long on a defense that knows they can just pin their ears back and try to get after the quarterback.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. That's into the hands of Moore. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make. And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. Brown now to return it. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Commanders' offense and Justin Jefferson headed back onto the field. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried the first half, it hasn't worked. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
2 minutes to play here in what's been an even first half. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. A short one there to Otten. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Darnold. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down.
I can promise you this drives the offensive line coach insane. As you get close to the... Throw the ball into the stands. Incomplete pass, live to play another day. Instead, you run out of bounds. It technically goes on the stat sheet as a sack, and I promise you his offensive linemen, they don't love it.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Buccaneers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And he's going to be marked down, bringing it all the way to the 25-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. You can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
On 1st down, Wilson. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To throw again is Wilson. He'll find his running back, Cook. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing again, Wilson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the 1st down after a gain of 7. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Wilson will throw again. And he's going to have a Bucs 1st down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. So we've reached halftime here on NF, and instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the 3rd quarter. Could not ask for more from that 1st half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Brown now to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. Low-scoring game, all time, third quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. 1st and 10. They'll run here with Gibson. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Pistol snap back to Darnold. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
On 1st and 10, here's Darnold. This one caught by Patrick.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Here's a run with Eckler. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. Again, it's Eckler. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
He may have trusted his arm strength a little bit too much on that throw. 2 defenders in the area. Work to your check down. Work to an open receiver. I think in this case, he forces that ball, and ultimately, he's lucky he got away with it.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He's got his man. It's Jefferson. Take a look at his receiving numbers. So he has been terrific. Over 100 yards in this one. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Pistol give to Gibson. Whoa! And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. Here's a run. He is in. Austin Eckler. Touchdown, Washington. That his 2nd touchdown now here in the season opener.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started.
The kick is good. Makes the score. Commanders 17. Buccaneers 10.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. Find themselves trailing. To 10 now as they come up with first down and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Cook. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
On second down, here's Wilson. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Moore going in motion. 3rd and 2. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Kicking time for the Bucks. They'll punch it away. Oh, but he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The visitors. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. On the ground, Gibson. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup to the 24. Josh Sweat there on the tackle. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Darnold. He's got his man, Jefferson. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is Darnold. His throw left side is complete. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical 3rd down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hacks to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
Darnold to throw on 2nd down. That's over the middle of the tight end, Otten. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
3rd and short yardage, and here's Darnold. That's caught left side by Otten. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Throwing, Darnold. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. He'll get that into the hands of Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Moore going in motion. From the gun, it's Wilson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7. A run up the middle with Cook. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, here's Russ. That'll be taken in by Moore. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
He'll try and run here with Cook. And he's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
The Buccaneers getting their punter out there. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The visitors' offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Eckler. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Throw right side to Olave. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left. And it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
They'll go play action with Darnold. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. Got it into the hands of Olave. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
Darnold. That one complete. It's the tight end, Otten. And he's going to have a Commanders first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some.
Another really nice throw right there, and as you can see the numbers he's been able to put up here, I'm a little surprised, if I'm being honest, Mike, with just how easy it seems to have been. It just seems like he's made every right decision every time that he's decided to throw the ball.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. In motion, it's Jefferson. Here's Eckler. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Darnold to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. There's that man again, another catch. That's a dozen. Catch number 12 and a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. And all you can do at this point, Mike, is just really marvel at how well he's been able to run the ball. And throughout the course of the game, they've certainly not been shy in giving it to him, and I think he's held up his side of the bargain.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Pistol snap back to Darnold. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6?
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Antonio Gibson. Touchdown, Commanders. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The extra point now coming from Blankenship. He's got it. And the Commanders move out to a 24-10 lead.
Commanders 24, Buccaneers 10. Rigoberto Sanchez.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense headed back to take over once more. And time again, Greg, the yards on the ground have been very difficult to come by.
Yeah, and it really goes against conventional wisdom, Mike. You hear so often everyone talk about you run the ball to open up the pass, and really that's not necessarily true. Oftentimes when you're having trouble on the ground, the best way to open things up underneath is by passing the ball, and that could be a variety of ways. Throwing it downfield, screen passes, swing passes. Just get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and open things up.
Now Wilson on first down. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. So they come to the line for first down and 10. And this throw batted away and incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And it'll bring up second down. On second down, Russ. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Throwing again, Wilson. He'll try to run for it. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
A gain of 3. It's fourth down.
The pressure intensifies for fourth down and 3. They'll try it now with Cook. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it. And they stuff him on fourth down.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. And they have done all you could ask for. Closing in on a road victory to start the campaign as they try to finish things off here in quarter number 4. First and 10 now from the 36. They'll run to begin the drive with Eckler. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
Here we go, set. Yo, 80. Yo, 80. Red 80. Reset.
They'll drop to throw. Open man down the field. It's Olave. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their second. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. On the RPO, quick throw to Olave. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers forced to use their third and final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Running right up the gut, it's Eckler. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Now Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
On third down, here is Eckler. And the Commanders are going to have a first and goal as he's able to take it inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Nice run there by Eckler, and he continues to be a productive back here in his 8th season in the NFL, and it's one of the main reasons why the Commanders targeted him back in March.
Off the play fake, here's Darnold. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
The ball's still at the 8-yard line for second down and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. And this impressive Week 1 performance continues as they add yet another touchdown.
I just can't stress how impressive this performance has been today, Mike. I mean, not only on Week 1 to find yourself on the road, but to really dominate and have the efficiency early in the season offensively. Man, you could tell they were prepared coming into the start of this season, and boy, have they showed it.
Now Blankenship for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Commanders will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Set to kick off.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Here's first and 10. Here we go. One final play. Gonna look deep, looking for more. And that final throw here is intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. So, a win here on the road for the Commanders. They get the opening week victory, move to 1-0, to give their new head coach a W in his debut at the helm. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.